Greetings, fellow commanders. Robsy here, and here is the lady, or NIKKE, of the hour. Anise Star, part of the counter. She is a defender, burst 1, rocket launcher of electric element. Now, this is one hell of a mouthful to go through for her skills, but she is looking to be a very powerful unit, as to be expected, considering she has inherited the will of Pretty, who her combat results were very similar to Lillywhite, and she could have been very much the second coming of Lillywhite indeed as well. So for someone that powerful to be made into an ornament, well, Anise certainly will be quite powered up indeed. So, still, Skill 1, Starfall, which is a passive. Activates at the start of battle, only if self is alive and affects all allies. The burst gauge filling speed up by 6% continuously, or it might be less depending upon the rank of the actual skill. Activates at the start of battle and when full burst ends. Effect differs according to squad formation. Only the corresponding effect is applied if there are no other burst 1 allies. Effect 1. Effect self cancels everyone's star. Effect 2. Effect self. My own star. Her attack increases and this attack is continuous. This effect is continuous and cannot be removed. Effect 3. Affects all allies. Cooldown of burst skill is down by, a set amount of seconds. So it says 7.48 seconds there. That might end up being a little less, little more, depending. More than likely less. Depending on the rank it is, it could be the same. If there are any other burst 1 allies, affects self, cancels my own star, affects self, everyone's star re-enters burst and changes to stage 1. This effect is continuous and cannot be removed. This is why I'm unsure when it comes to with Avastar how it's going to work, because it also resets stage 1, but it could very well just be the wording and it's completely fine. And it's just like, you know what, have Avastar first and then Anise, but whatever. This effect is continuous and cannot be removed. Activates when hitting a target with full charge, affects the target, deals X amount of final attack as additional damage. So she's going to do a big attack if there is another burst 1 in the team. Okay, Skill 2 passive. Activates when entering full burst while in my own star status mode, which is when there is no other burst 1 in the team. Affects all allies. Attack is up by a set percentage of the caster's attack for 10 seconds. Activates when performing a full charge attack while in everyone's star status. Affects all allies. Recovers HP. So she will become a healer if there is another burst 1. Like Avastar, they're, helping perform. Boost her up. And because she also buffs her max HP, it means that Anise's healing will be even higher. So take that into account. Activates when entering full burst, affects self and all allies with lower final defense than self. So you probably want to be getting some defense rolls on her gear. Let's just put it this way. Projectile explosion damage increases by 92.03%, which is a lot, and it will be what it is at rank 10. I know I've been saying X every now and then with certain other ones, but it is what it is for 10 seconds. So this is going to be both good for Rappy, Neon, and also Cinderella. To keep in mind if if you're doing solo raids or alliance raids down the line and you want to put like an electric team together, very poggers. Activates when entering full burst, affects your allies, attack damage increase 34% for 10 seconds, or just X amount, we'll see. But that's something that will happen regardless. It seems like that bit at the end. So you can have like the double damage buff with no other burst 1, or you can have her being more of a supportive role as a healer. I probably will run her more like a support healer, because it's always good to have more support healers. So it'd be like, Avastar, Anise, maybe Crown or Nayuta, Rappy, Neon. Boom, sorted. Alright, her burst skill, which has a 20-second cooldown, which is great for burst 1, which is a shooting stars, affects self. Function, generates stars around Anise that attack random targets automatically. So very kind of similar to the way that Heavy Armament Snow White is, but she's a sniper unit. The damage is 40% of the final attack damage. Obviously X amount because of depending on rank. Attack interval is 0.25 seconds, which is quite short to be fair, and the duration is for a full 10 seconds. Additional effects, charge time is fixed at 0.7 seconds for 10 seconds. Explosion radius is up by 100% for 10 seconds. So that could very well be the entire screen, depending on how it is. We'll have to see in testing. And the defense increases by a very large percentage. At maximum, it seems to be 55%, which is crazy. Now, you just imagine, like, you don't have to like partner her with Avistar. Imagine you partner her with Miranda as well. Instead, she's still a burst 1 as Miranda, and she's a great burst 1 support. So Miranda will be, depending on how it works with Anise, obviously, if she also does reset the stage, then you have Anise first, then you'll have Miranda. But depending on how that goes, once again, we'll have to see in testing. The wording's a little strange because of it says with stage 1, so yeah. Anyway, and they both do it, so it's just weird. Activates while in my own star states, is when there is no burst 1. Attack damage is increased by a set percentage, and activates while in everyone's star states with another burst 1, which is max HP is increased by the character's max HP themselves for 10 seconds. So it's just a straight up increase of health across the board. Kind of similar to the way that it's like a sort of shield of health, you know, like the way God, what's her name again? God, Marciana, that's it. I don't know why I stuttered on that one. She's like one of my favorite NIKKEs. We haven't seen her for a while, but hers is, so her burst is like a sort of injection of like a HP buff right there as well. So obviously keep it into account. The main thing is that Anise is flexible. Avistar is probably going to be her best support for the team, with second being Moran. It all depends on how the skill 1 actually works with her, because it just, the wording where it has affects self, everyone start, re-enters burst, and changes to stage 1. So it's like, okay, what does that mean exactly? Because I would imagine that, like, it does reset it, but then Avistar's also resets the burst skill to stage 1 again. So is it going to be that you'll need 3 stage 1 somehow in this team? It's a little bit confusing, but once again, we will have to see when it goes live. Anyway, let's have a look at her demonstration. I'm sure it's going to be one hell of a thing, and I'm going to go for her Gacha skin. No one a doubt about that. Alright, the Anise Star Counters demonstration. Let's have a look at her now. She is going to actually perform. Now, if you did watch the live stream, you'll know exactly how it is already, but all of you out there on YouTube who come by, you know, for the first time, good to see you. It really is.
Having a bunch of people I can count on makes me feel more confident than I expected.
Love the pose. She is caked up like you wouldn't believe. That's a very, very nice reload animation as well, where she just points her finger, you're like a gun, you're like, pow, and then did the little heart. Hopefully no one in our South Korean bros don't think it's the tiny PP symbol instead. She's just trying to do the heart, you know? She's just trying to do the heart. But hey, compared to Neon and Avistar, she got the jiggle. I will say her burst screen, I feel like, is a little lackluster personally compared to the other two. But it's alright. It's very dramatic still, at least. I just think it's kind of short and not very impactful in comparison. But yeah, Anise Star, looking great. Looking great.